Hello Internet! I have another question today from Shiori-san. Adjust my glasses here. Shiori-san's question is about the word attack suru. Now, in Japanese you say attack suru. And this is a kind of katakana English word. For those of you who are not familiar with Japanese, Japanese has three basic alphabets. We have hiragana, katakana, and then the kanji, which is the complicated Chinese letters, which are very difficult. When a foreign word is taken into Japanese, for example, bread comes from the Portuguese. This is for Net's driver, because I know you're watching. In Portuguese you say pan, and in Japanese you also say pan, but it's written in the katakana English like this. Bread in Spanish is also pan, by the way. Anyway, so attack suru is taken from the English attack, but it's used differently in Japanese. I'm sorry, I'm shaking the table. In Japanese, attack suru is basically to confess your love or go for someone romantically speaking, okay? For example, her question, I'll read this to you and I'll put it over here in the comments as well, in the description. Hi Victor, attack suru means kokuhaku suru. For example, A, I really like him, kare no koto suki da wa. I really like him, kare, him, no koto, suki. Suki means I like. Dawa is like more of a feminine ending for a sentence. And B says, why don't you attack him then? じゃあアタックしてみたら? If you say blah blah してみたら, I mean, why don't you try? Why don't you try? Well, anyway, there's a little bit more information here. I know you don't use the word attack in Japanese English. I checked in the dictionary. It says kokuhaku suru, and that means confess. Yeah, so I confessed my love to him. But basically, I would say, why don't you go for it? You should go for it, or you should ask her out, or him. In my case, her, but in your case, him. Why don't you ask him out? Why don't you go for it? Why don't you tell him you like him? So there are many, many ways. Let's review. Attack suru. Attack shite mitara. Ja attack shite mitara means why don't you go for it? Why don't you ask him out? Why don't you tell him you like him? You could say, why don't you confess your feelings to him? But it's too heavy. I wouldn't use that. Okay, I hope this answers your question. Thanks for asking. And remember to rate, comment every time you see my video. If you rate and comment, it helps me. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. See you soon.